Sometimes the biggest surprises come in the smallest packages, and that's been the case with what has rapidly become a Kentucky tradition, the All-A Classic.
This to us is big time. And I really feel right now the All-A Classic is very high level. You've got some of the better teams in the state, regardless if they're small or big, playing in this. So yeah, it's a unique situation.
Tournament's it's a big deal to our team and to me especially. We think that we've worked all summer and all of our season just for tournaments. You know, that's basically what we're working towards. And all the losses and all the wins build up and come together just so we can make one game, make it happen.
For those of you who've never been a part of this event, the All-A Classic is a 16-team boys and a 16-team girls basketball tournament that's held the first weekend in February at EKU's McBrayer Arena. It's only open to schools with an enrollment of 425 or less in grades 10 through 12. This tourney was held for years in northern Kentucky, and it became a statewide showcase thanks to the efforts of Stan Steidel, the basketball coach and athletics director at Dayton High School.
You know, at the time we did it, it had been probably, we started about with this concept around 1988, 89, and before that it had been 1955 since a true small school had won the state championship. So we had tried some other ways, some groups of schools, and you know, this was an alternative without messing with the Sweet 16, and that was attractive. We were able to keep the concept that, yeah, if a small school can fight their way through and win it, it's a great story and a great day, and it's a wonderful thing to happen. But we had gotten away from that concept, but we were able to do this without taking that away. That's still there.
From its uncertain beginnings, the All-A Classic has gained almost universal acceptance here in the Commonwealth, from coaches to school administrators, and most importantly, the fans. Of the approximately 132 Class A schools that are members of the Kentucky High School Athletics Association, 129 boys teams and 122 girls squads have committed to play in this year's All-A Classic.
I think it's just opened up another whole area for recognition for kids to compete on a statewide level. It's created opportunities for coaches in small schools. You know, it's a real motivating thing for small school programs. I mean, like I say, when we started in 1955, it was the last time a really small school had won the state championship, and all of a sudden there was an alternative, and we have never called this. One of the things that when I went and talked to Tom Mills the first day, he said, you're not playing for a state championship. Only the High School Athletic Association can declare a state champion. So we have never called this a state championship. Everybody else does, and you know, I sure don't discourage it, but at the same time, in none of our literature anywhere will you find that we consider ourselves playing for we're playing for a statewide tournament, but we don't declare a state champion. But go down to University Heights and some of the schools that have won this thing, and they got state championship banners. They see it that way, and you know, I'm not going to tell them that they haven't won it. When they beat teams from all the regions in the state, you know, they can call whatever they want. They're good enough to make their own decision.
Not only have the small schools taken advantage of this showcase, but they've used it as a stepping stone to further greatness. In 1992, Lexington Catholic knocked off powerful University Heights en route to the All-A Championship. And just 6 weeks later, those two clubs got together in Freedom Hall, with U Heights avenging the loss and walking away with a Sweet 16 crown.
Just getting to the Sweet 16 is really tough. I thought after winning the All-A Classic right then, I knew we had a very good chance of winning this region because it did something for us. I saw it in the kids' eyes. You know, they wanted it bad, and that was our next goal. Beating University Heights in the All-A Classic, I knew right then that they would be back because they were very tough that year, and I'm sure that'll go down as history, you know, for both tournaments, us facing each other, you know, in both finals.
Not only has the All-A Classic featured some great matchups in its 6-year existence, but the individual talent has been outstanding, and this year could be the best yet. On the boys' side, two of the favorites to win Mr. Basketball will be driving their teams toward Richmond. Harlan's Charles Thomas, whose Green Dragons are the defending All-A champs, and Lexington Catholic's Mondale Morton.
The first year I played in the All-A Classic, we won, and the 2 years after that, we didn't do so good, but my experience in the All-A Classic has been great, and hopefully this year we can win the state championship. Well, first of all, when I came from Mercer County, I didn't ever really know about the Class A state. But coming to Lexington Catholic has made it very well known that I've played in Class A state and we won the first championship my freshman year, so it's been great. Class A state has been great individuals in it, you know, from Mr. Basketball candidates and Charles Thomas and Joe Arney and myself, and it has developed individual attention as such as Mr. Basketball candidates.
But Lexington isn't the only hotbed for all-A action here in the state. Covington Holy Cross's Joe Harney is the pride of Northern Kentucky.
We have had trouble up in Northern Kentucky because we got a lot of football teams that go pretty far in state. Then by the time they get into basketball, it's already sometimes mid-season. In January, by the time they get, you know, the gel of the team and everything, it's usually too late then.
Some college recruiters got a late start on this sharpshooting guard, and they've regretted it. Harney will play his college basketball at Western Kentucky.
In the beginning, it took a lot of hard work from coach and us, and this past summer's been a lot. We've been traveling, trying to get a lot of tournaments and camps, and you know, just the fact that all the coaches have been calling the house, calling school, took a lot of time, and there was a lot of pressure too about wanting to sign early or sign late because of, you know, you just want to sign early just to get it over with. You know, we've sat down and talked, we've wrote things down and stuff to see what this school has, what that school has, and I think, you know, coach and my family's, you know, made the best decision we can as to what college we're going to go to.
From the 9th to the 10th region, Paris has a tradition of Class A success. Strong teams under Bob Eads. Great players like Alvin Sims, who's been starting at Louisville, and following in those footsteps is Corey Dumford, who's already getting preseason All-State attention.
We should be real good this year. We got everybody back. And from the summer, we went to the AAU state tournament in Frankfurt, came in 4th there, and then we took our same team to Florida national tournament, came in 3rd there. It's pretty fun when you get to it, especially when you get to Class A and all the fans there. It's a lot of fun again. I think I learned how to pass a little bit more, pass better, and you know, use my teammates and to make me be able to score easier. And my rebounding got a lot better too. When I used to just stand outside and not go in and crash the boards hard, Coach been getting on me a little bit, so I've been crashing the boards a little bit hard.
And down south, there's a big man on campus, 6'8" Ryan Wilson from Williamsburg, who's hoping to get the Jackets to the All-A's big show.
That's probably the biggest tournament of the year as far as for me, until we get to the region, because Harlan's probably our biggest rival right now. We'll play them 2nd round this year if we both win. That'll definitely be the biggest game for us up until that point. And hopefully we'll get one again in the region, but that's by far the biggest challenge for us right now is the Class A tournament in Harlan. Not a real power player, kind of more rely on my shooting ability more. Not real strong, just inside and out, try to keep defense on their heels.
But the All-A is far from an all-boys club. Last year, the tourney's comeback kids were the ladies from Louisville Holy Cross, who knocked off Nicholas County 38-35 in the championship game. Danielle Atzinger and teammate January Taylor hope to lead their team back to the winner's circle.
Our coach is weird. Sorry, I didn't mean to say.
No, that's okay. He's
our coach, he gets really excited. I mean, he gets the team excited. The parents are all into it. Our school is so small, but it seemed like at the tournament, you could hear them over like Nicholas County. You could still hear all them cheering. We only have about 400 students. You know, our school, there's like a lot of spirit.
I guess people that see me play can say that I'm a brute, that I'm a football player.
A brute?
Yes, that's what people tell me. But sometimes my shot's not there, and I can tell you I'm not a very good shooter. I don't have a lot of good form, but when there's a loose ball on the floor, I'll get it. And when there's a rebound up there, and I don't care if she's 6'4", I'll get that rebound, and that's just the style play that I have.
She's real small, but when you get her down there with 6'2", 6'1" players, I mean, she's hustling after every rebound, after every loose ball, and she knocks a few people down. We'll be back this year, definitely. No doubt. Our team, we play with a lot of heart, and if anybody saw the games last year, we were down 18-0, and when we came back, we didn't let that stop us. And I mean, that's one of our team goals this year is to go back and win another state championship.
And the overall girls' talent is not isolated to one part of the state. Division I players can be found at every corner of the Commonwealth.
It means a lot of nerves. I don't know. That's when everything usually comes together and we always play our best.
This is the first year Edmonds County's been invited to Class A because for some reason our enrollment dropped this year and we got invited. And I think, you know, we've actually got a chance at it. Edmonds County's small school, of course. We've never really had much of a reputation for basketball until the past couple of years. We've actually brought it on up, you know. And I'm hoping we can come in here, you know, and make a name for ourselves and, you know, people know who Edmonds County is.
The excitement for this event begins long before the first week in February. It actually picks up when the tournament pairings are announced. It's a once-a-year chance for the small schools to play for the big prize. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Baker. Glad that you've joined us as we set the pairings for the 6th annual All-A Classic that will take place February 1st through the 5th in EKU's McBrayer Arena. Stan Steidel is alongside the man who's not only the athletic director, the coach, you're probably the mayor up in Dayton, too, but the fellow that got this All-A Classic going. We're announcing the pairings. These are the 16 regional winners and who they will play the first week of February. Now, on the girls' side, Holy Cross will be looking to defend its title. They were 38-35 winners last year over Nicholas County in the finals. And on the boys' side, the Green Dragons of Harlan, who knocked off University Heights 67-55. Now, we're going to get things started with the girls' pairings. Dennis Stauffer of Ashland Oil and Super America helping with the drawing that we had here at the WKYT studios just a short time ago. And as we go look at those brackets, we'll start it off on Wednesday, February the 1st at 9 a.m. Stan, the 13th region winner taking on the winner of the 9th region.
Yeah, that you know, the preseason favorites, we've had our coaches rate the teams, and you know, coming into preseason, you know, the favorite in the 13th is Everett's, but you know, it's a good quality basketball area, so you know that'll be contested heavily. The other would be Covington Lexington. What am I looking at? Covington Holy Cross. A really strong team, a team that was in the tournament last year, looking to come back.
Winner of that game goes on to face the winner of Region 6 against the winner of Region 1, and there you define the defending champs.
We could have Holy Cross playing Holy Cross, Louisville Holy Cross possibly against Lexington Holy Cross. Two good programs, and I know Louisville Holy Cross has, you know, got some people coming back from last year that they have high hopes. Of course, they've got to get by Fulton County. Fulton County's boys were in our tournament a year or so ago and made a great showing, make it all the way to the final. So it's good basketball in that area.
The second half of that upper bracket, Wednesday afternoon at 12, Louisville Mercy, probably the team that many expect to come out of the 7th, but they will take on the 5th region winner.
Yeah, that would be the preseason favorite. The coach's favorite would be Greene County, another team that has had, another school has had teams in our tournament in the past, and you know, they have done well.
And then the Region 8 winner versus Region 4.
Region 8 preseason favorite being Carroll County, Edmondson County coming out, possibly, you know, coming out of the 4th, a first-year participant. Edmondson is one of the schools that their enrollment has dropped, and they've gotten in our tournament this year. And they've got an outstanding player, too. A young lady who's already signed at Eastern Kentucky University.
Stephanie Dennison, 6'3", strong inside player. And then Wednesday at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, Region 12 going against Region 10.
Possibly Somerset, possibly Bracken County. Bracken County's been before. Great following, great program up there. Somerset has had teams in the tournament in the past, so you know, some schools that have had success with us previously.
And then you get down 6:30 on Wednesday, February the 1st, one of the mountain schools coming out of the 15th region against the 16th region winner.
Yeah, if the coaches are right, it would be Millard and playing Fairview, Ashland Fairview.
And then Wednesday at 8 o'clock, it's the 11th region winner taking on the champs of Region 2.
Lexington Catholic, if the coaches are right, and West Hopkins, again, schools that have had previous appearances.
And then finally, final first-round game of the Girls All-A Classic, Wednesday, February the 1st at 9:30, the Region 14 winner taking on the champs from the 3rd region.
And if our preseason information is right, that would be Hancock and Hazard.
8 big games coming your way on that Wednesday, February the 1st, and of course 8 more are coming your way on Thursday, February the 2nd, as we now get on to the boys bracket, and that'll get underway 9 a.m. on February the 2nd. It starts out with Region 14 against Region 2. In Region 2, there's always one name that comes to mind.
We've had the same participant every year, and a couple of times they've barely gotten in there, but University Heights, a good, strong program, apparently good and strong again this year. I saw where they're front line 6'8", 6'9", 6'6" type situation.
That's pretty strong.
Yeah, I would like to try to have to figure out what to do with that. Against Cordia, a 14th region team that, if they win, according to the coaches, would be a first-time performer for us.
Region 5 against Region 16 in the second game on Thursday.
Yeah, that would be, if our information's right, Bardstown, I think it'd be the first time for them, although they are a previous winner of the All-A Classic. They won it when it was back up in northern Kentucky, back in the old days, I guess, and they'll go against, if our information's right, Ashland Fairview with a nice big 6'9" young man playing for them.
And then we go to Thursday afternoon at high noon, and this is where most folks are expecting the defending champs to come back out of the 13th region. That 13th region winner will take on the winner of Region 3.
And again, Harlan, obviously the favorite, got a good, strong team, highly rated, ranked #1 in the state right now in some of the polls, and they would be playing against Whitesville Trinity, who would be a first-time participant for us, I think, in the boys. I think the girls have been out of Region 3.
And, of course, one thing to talk about as we look at this boys bracket, we'll talk about it later, but some great individuals. You got 2 of the favorites probably from Mr. Basketball playing in the boys, and one of those, Charles Thomas from Harlan.
Right.
All right, elsewhere, we move on down the brackets now. Region 8, the winner of that game takes on the region of winner of Region 1. That'll be Thursday at 1:30 on February the 2nd.
If our information's right, we got Henry County playing Murray. Again, the Cheney young man, Cheney boy from Murray, an outstanding player.
Thursday, February the 2nd at 5 o'clock, Region 10 versus Region 6.
That could be Paris and Beth Haven. Beth Haven, a team that has made it in before, and Paris also.
Lexington Catholic, they're the team that's favored to come out of the 11th. If they do, that 11th region champ will play on Thursday, February the 2nd at 6:30 against the winner of Region 15.
Well, if our scoop is right there, it'd be Lexington Kelly with Danny Haney and his ball team out of the 11th. And out of the 15th, the coaches picked Paintsville, Allen Central. I'm sure we'll contest that. That should be a good matchup in that region.
Thursday night at 8 o'clock, 9th region champ versus the winner of Region 4.
If our scoop is there, it'd be Covington Holy Cross. Region 4 would be Metcalf County.
And then to close out the boys' first round, final first round game at 9:30, Region 12 taking on Region 7.
That'd be Somerset the favorite in 12 and Kentucky Country Day in 7. Both schools have been represented before.
Between the boys and the girls, that's 16 games in just a little over 48 hours. Plenty of basketball taking place down at EKU's McBrayer Arena. Plenty of folks that make it happen. And for you folks who are interested in getting information and getting tickets about the All-A Classic, again, it'll be February 1st through the 5th at EKU's McBrayer Arena. It will conclude with the girls' championship game Sunday, February 5th at 1 o'clock, and then the boys' championship game immediately following at approximately 3. For ticket information, you can call 263-1535. Of course, an event like this, it happens because of the efforts of literally hundreds of people, but a couple of very special folks here with us today. Bruce Foley on my immediate left of Hardy's, and Dennis Stauffer of Ashland Oil Super America. Dennis, first of all, how did you folks become involved with the All-A Classic?
We came involved 5 years ago. Ashland Super America has a great backing with education, and we just thought that was an opportunity to present our dedication to the education of the kids, and just really wanted to be in supporting of a positive program, and we felt this was it. Stan's dedication has really helped us hang in there and put forth a good presentation of what we felt about education.
Bruce, obviously a great mix, basketball, fans, and food.
Oh, no doubt. You know, Hardy's, our heritage is in small towns, so we felt it was a natural fit for us to become involved with the All-A Classic because it's an opportunity for a lot of schools that may not be able to go far or progress very far in the statewide tournament, but boy, when it focuses in on the small All-A schools, it gives them a chance to get tournament tuned and maybe do well in the big show.
Hey, you folks have had a chance to see the show down in Richmond. I mean, for folks that haven't seen it, I mean, it is a great, great atmosphere.
Oh, there's no doubt. McBrayer Arena seats about 5,000. It's usually completely full. There's just so much activity going on, and the spirit of the schools that are involved is just unbelievable.
And Bruce, you know, we talked earlier, and Dennis as well. It's not just basketball. It's a whole range of activities. It's academics, and it's rallies, and it's doing more than things on the court.
It's getting the kids doing some positive things into positive areas, and that's a key now. And Ashland, again, Super America, are really dedicated to that with our kids.
Well, I know kids all over the state, and certainly all of us who are associated with the All-A Classic appreciate the support of Super America, Ashland Oil, and Hardee's, and we thank you all, and look forward to a great time down in Richmond.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. In addition to catching all the action live at McBrayer Arena throughout the week, this is the home for championship action in the Boys and Girls All-A Classic. The Boys Championship game, that'll be televised live Sunday afternoon, February the 5th at 3 p.m. The Boys and Girls Championship games will also be televised by KET. Still a little dickering with the schedule right now, whether or not that'll be live or on tape delay. So as we say in the business, check your local listings. And Stan Steidel is back with us. And Stan, when we talk about tickets, and we talk about seeing it live and in person, I didn't realize tickets were as inexpensive as what you just told me.
Best bargain in town. $54 for the whole tournament, boys and girls.
That's a total of 30 games for 54 bucks.
Right. By the time you break it down, it's about $1.50 a game, $1.25 a game, somewhere in that range. So, and it's good quality basketball. You've been there. The excitement is there. The kids. It's a great opportunity for kids from schools that may not have that opportunity later on in the year. And we always get a couple of teams in there, and have even been fortunate to have one of our teams win the state championship here lately. But it's fun. It's good activity. You know, our youth rally information.
Talk about that. That's Sunday morning.
Sunday morning, 9 a.m. McBrayer Arena. We've got about 7,000 seats in McBrayer Arena that are open, free to the public. Come on out. We're going to try to invite all our young people who are in town with us. A fellow called Meadowlark Lemon.
Guy that could play a little basketball.
Great basketball player for the Globetrotters. Does some inspirational type speaking. Going to bring a message to our young people. Going to do a ball handling exhibition. In addition to that, spend some time with our kids and any of our people in the community that want. It's open to the public. Anybody is welcome. We've got some music, some young Christian music groups going to be with us, younger people. It's a great program. It'll last about an hour and a half on Sunday morning, a program for the kids that are with us, and we invite anybody in the area. If Meadowlark Lemon is worth coming to see.
But the All-A Classic isn't just basketball, even though close to 50,000 fans will watch the games at McBrayer Arena. Sure, there are cheerleading competitions, but first and foremost, these young people are students. In 1995, over 10,000 smaller school boys and girls will have a chance to compete in statewide academic competitions. Last year, the All-A Classic not only gave to its students, but to a couple of its major supporters as well. Proceeds from the tournament went to the Kentucky Academic Association, sponsor of the statewide Governor's Cup program for Kentucky students, and to Kentucky Educational Television for educational programming. And in addition to that, this year the All-A Classic is endowing a scholarship fund for All-A students at Eastern Kentucky University. Since its scholarship programs were started in 1990, over $115,000 in scholarships have been awarded to Kentucky students.
You know, we got into it as a nonprofit corporation. The 131 schools that started out with it. And in doing that, you know, we told the people involved, the IRS and that any monies that we gathered from this tournament, we would put back toward kids and educational programs.
In conclusion, if you come to Richmond for the All-A Classic, you'll definitely see some great talent. As good as that at any all-star event. But most importantly, you'll see young men and women proud to be working together, representing their friends, their families, and their communities, all in the pursuit of excellence.
Was winning the All-A better for you than catching a bass?
Whoa. Catch a bass is fun. No, it was.
I knew that'd be a tough question. That's how I wanted to start out with that one.
In case I don't win the All-A, that's when I go bass fishing. But no, winning the All-A Classic was the highlight of my coaching career at the time. It's one of the most unique things I've ever experienced. You know, just being involved with so many kids. We had, you know, you got an academic showcase going on. You got the Fellowship Christian Athletes, cheerleading competition, and the basketball. I mean, you're involved with 5,000 to 6,000 kids, and they all got something in common. They're from a small school, and they don't get a chance to do a lot of these things at a big time level. And this to us is big time.
I go to our awards banquets at our school in Dayton and take a great deal of pride in what I see happen, what I see provided for our kids. Overall, the really neat thing about this is we've got people that come from Paducah, Kentucky, one Saturday a month to meet with us on our board. There's no money paid. There's not a lot of recognition other than the fact you go home, you look in the mirror and say, "Well, we're doing something that is, really worthwhile."